Archangel Michael says, someone who died in your family is coming back from heaven to help you. God says, you are going to become rich if you watch this. The winds tonight are not just winds. They carry voices, soft, trembling echoes from another realm. One of those voices belongs to someone you loved, someone whose departure shattered you in ways even your closest friends could never understand. This soul has not been sleeping. This soul has not been silent. Their spirit has been watching, pacing, pleading with the heavens for your name. And now, heaven has said yes. They have been released. Somewhere between the thinning veil of midnight and dawn's first tear of light, a gate creaked open in the spiritual realm. Not everyone can walk through it. But the one who died in your family, the one who loved you without condition, who carried your laughter like treasure in their final days, they've crossed through. Not to haunt. Not to linger. But to help. To restore. To fight. You have been in a war you didn't start. There were hands in the shadows, adjusting the gears of your life without your knowledge. Missed opportunities. Cancelled blessings. Delayed dreams. These weren't accidents. Heaven has watched it all. But now, God has assigned this soul, a fierce, familiar protector, to step in where others failed you. Their arrival won't feel like footsteps. It will begin as a shift in your room's temperature. Then a sudden memory out of nowhere. Then a whisper when you're half asleep, not from your mind, but from a presence beside your bed. They have come in obedience, because God says your timeline has reached a divine edge. There is something you were always meant to receive. And this soul has returned to ensure you don't miss it. God says, you are entering the moment the earth itself held its breath for. Tonight, you might see flickers of light where there should be none. Your devices may glitch. Time may feel stretched. These are not technical errors. These are signs that heaven is overlapping your life. Your name was spoken 3 times in a gathering of angels. The one who died was present. And when your name was said, they wept. Because they saw what was being done to you by people still walking on this earth. You needed someone who couldn't be bribed or manipulated. You needed help from beyond the reach of the enemy. So now you have it. And they are already here. They come cloaked in celestial light, but the weight they carry is raw with urgency. You are in more danger than you know. But also, closer to breakthrough than ever before. You may feel exhausted lately for no reason. Restless, waking up at 2:17 a.m., eyes wide open, heart pounding. That's not anxiety. That's alignment. The spiritual realm has begun to synchronize around you. The one from heaven is walking beside you in dreams, brushing against the living world, making preparations. They are moving through the blueprint of your future, clearing traps, exposing traitors, softening hardened hearts. You might find yourself suddenly remembering them, odd details, specific phrases they used to say, or the scent of their clothes. It is not grief. It is presence. The one from heaven is trying to communicate something vital. Do not trust who you've been trusting. Your spirit already suspects. And heaven confirms it. The betrayal was deeper than you imagined, more coordinated than you'd ever suspect. But the one who died saw it all from above. And now, they've returned to do what they could not do in their earthly body, protect you with heaven's full force. Archangel Michael says, "The veil has lifted. The time is now." The reason your financial life has felt cursed, the reason love keeps escaping your grasp, the reason fear stalks you at night, it all ties to one hidden root. A root someone buried in your life through manipulation, jealousy, and spiritual theft. But now, divine hands are pulling that root out of the soil. Your soil. Your life. Your story. And it starts with the return of the one who loved you most. They stand at your side, silent and powerful. They speak only when needed. Their hands glow with divine permission. Their purpose? One thing only, to return what was stolen. They have seen the records in heaven with your name on it, blessings delayed, joy withheld, finances blocked. And they have come to correct the injustice. They are your spiritual witness and your heavenly warrior. This soul is not bound by time anymore. They see everything. And they will make sure your enemies feel that knowing gaze. From now until dawn, you are not alone. Their footsteps echo in the unseen places. And you are being watched over with the fury of heaven's love and the grief of someone who waited too long to say goodbye, but now has eternity to say, "I'm still with you." There are two names you've carried in your heart. Trusted. Loved. Names you've laughed with, cried with, sat beside at tables where secrets were shared and promises exchanged. But heaven says, those names are not clean. They are stained with betrayal, soaked in envy, and they have spoken things about you that would burn your soul if you heard them aloud. The one who died knows this now. They've seen the twisted words whispered behind your back. They've watched the rituals, yes, rituals, carried out in quiet spaces where candles were lit, photos flipped, and agreements made in darkness. This is not metaphor. This is real. You were targeted. And the ones who did it? They're close. One shares your blood. The other wears your trust like a disguise. They smile when you smile. But when your back turns, their hands are busy trying to unplug the cords of divine favor from your life. But they made one mistake, they did it within heaven's view. God says, there are no secrets in the Spirit. What they tried to bury is now being unearthed by holy forces. What they tried to delay in your life is now rushing back with divine acceleration. Their plan was simple: to keep you small, to keep you tired, to keep your blessings rerouted through them. And for a while, it worked. You've seen the signs. Sudden loss of motivation. Doors that should have opened slammed shut. Strange arguments with people you love. Dreams that once glowed with promise now dimmed into fog. You blamed yourself. But it wasn't you. It was interference, spiritual sabotage engineered by those who pretended to celebrate your victories while secretly casting shadows on your path. The one who passed has returned now because it's time to expose this. They are unraveling the knots that were tied around your destiny. Every lie spoken over your name is being dissolved. Every contract made in the spirit to block your joy is being burned. Archangel Michael says, "The sword is drawn. The war is declared. The traitors have been marked." One of them visits you often, texts you, calls you, asks how you are. Their words are soft, but their energy is poisoned. The other rarely speaks, but watches you closely, jealous of your resilience. Heaven has seen them both in their truest form. No more pretending. No more delay. The one who died once trusted them too. But even in death, truth reveals itself. And now, justice is rolling down like fire from the heavens. You may begin to feel a spiritual stirring, a deep unrest in your belly. That's discernment rising. The veil is lifting. Don't be surprised if their masks start to slip. Don't ignore the dream that shows them clearly. Don't dismiss the sudden chills when they speak. Your spirit knows. And now, your spirit is being empowered by the one who loved you beyond life. This is not about revenge. It is about restoration. They took something that was not theirs to take. Maybe it was your voice, your confidence, your rightful place in the family, your opportunity, your finances. But it is returning. With interest. With divine multiplication. God says, "I have watched them touch what I blessed. And I will not let it go unpunished." Expect disruption. Expect sudden changes. These are not breakdowns, they are breakouts. The one from heaven is rearranging the chessboard of your life. Pieces are being moved. People will exit. Some painfully. Some permanently. But let them go. What you lose now cannot compare to what is about to be restored. And the ones who wronged you? They will watch. They will see the wealth flow toward you like a golden river. They will feel the shift in your energy as divine protection wraps around your name like fire. They will hear your name in rooms they cannot enter. They will see your blessings rain down like thunderclouds breaking after a long drought, and they will be silenced. You've been loyal for too long. Tolerant for too long. This is your turning point. The one who died in your family is making sure of it. Tonight, you're not just healing. You're rising. You're reclaiming what should have been yours long ago. And the people who tried to delay it? They're about to witness a miracle with your face on it. The ground beneath you may feel unstable right now. That's because the spiritual floor is cracking open. The illusions, the lies, the webs that were spun around your name, they're collapsing. But this collapse is not chaos. It's divine judgment. And Archangel Michael has arrived. He did not come softly. He came with fire in his wings and thunder in his voice. He came to wage war for you, not just because of what was done, but because of who you are becoming. The enemy saw it before you did. That's why the attacks increased. That's why the betrayal happened. That's why you've been under pressure like never before. You are a threat. Spiritually, financially, prophetically. And Michael has been sent to protect what God is about to unlock. He hovers now at the edge of your life, sword drawn, eyes like lightning. He has seen every unseen wound, every betrayal, every stolen coin of favor. And he is not negotiating. He is declaring spiritual war on the systems, the people, and the spirits that tried to delay your inheritance. There are names being erased from your path right now. There are spiritual chains being broken in places you can't see but will soon feel. Financial blockages are being shattered. Your name is being rewritten in the books of favor. Archangel Michael does not arrive unless heaven is shifting something major. And your shift has begun. The one who died, they called for him. They stood before the throne of God and pleaded for your freedom. Not with tears of sorrow, but with fire in their spirit. They knew you couldn't fight this alone. Not anymore. So now, Michael stands beside you, ready to strike down everything and everyone aligned against your blessing. In the Spirit, he has already begun. You may feel strange heat in your palms. Tingling in your back. A rush of strength in moments you should be weak. These are not symptoms. They are signs. The heavenly realm is feeding your soul, charging your spirit, lifting your name to altars that your enemies cannot touch. Your home is under surveillance now, from above. Your room at night may feel different. Heavier. Still. That is Michael's presence anchoring divine protection. The light you see flicker, the dream you can't shake, the burst of clarity when you least expect it, these are his movements, calculated and divine. There is a location, somewhere specific, where the betrayal against you began. Michael has located it. He has marked it. Judgment is falling. The ones who conspired, They will begin to feel the collapse of everything they tried to build on your pain. Their plans will twist. Their tongues will stumble. Their health may falter. Why? Because you were not to be touched. You were chosen. God says, "You did not see me act, but I was always recording. And now I am responding." Michael's sword is spiritual, but its consequences are physical. Watch how quickly things begin to shift around you. Watch who leaves your life without explanation. Watch who suddenly reveals their true face. That's not confusion, that's exposure. The one who died is watching it unfold. They are not sad. They are proud. Because the time has come. You will feel like you're waking from a long dream, a fog lifting. Opportunities will appear that were once out of reach. Conversations will go differently. People who dismissed you will be forced to see you. And those who cursed your name in secret, they will choke on the silence when your name rises. Michael is not leaving until it is done. There is a stronghold in your family that ends with you. A pattern. A cycle. A curse. You were born to break it. That's why your life has been so intense. You carry the divine code of reversal. And that code is now activating. Archangel Michael is watching over every step. There will be days ahead when fear tries to return. Don't let it. The fear was never yours. It was seeded into your path by those who feared you. They tried to drown you in self-doubt because they saw the royalty in your blood. The glory that clung to your name. But now, every drop of fear is being flushed out by the presence of the one who died, and the warrior they've summoned. The flames that once burned to consume you are now burning to cleanse you. Tonight, Archangel Michael writes your name into the registry of divine protection. No more delay. No more theft. No more spiritual fog. From this moment, you are being guarded. From this moment, you are being watched by a sword-bearing force that does not blink, does not rest, and does not miss. Michael does not guard the average. He protects the anointed. And you are anointed. There is something written in heaven with your name on it, a divine inheritance, golden and ancient, forged through generations of prayer, sacrifice, and destiny. And yet, it was almost stolen. Not by strangers. Not by fate. But by the very hands that once held yours in comfort. What was meant for you was silently diverted. A financial legacy, a breakthrough opportunity, even a house or land, something tangible and blessed, kept just out of reach through manipulation, deception, and ancestral entanglement. You thought it was delay. You thought it was bad luck. But now the truth is unraveling like a scroll from heaven's archive. You were targeted because your spirit is rich in light. The one who died has seen it all. From the other side, they watched your birthmark glow in the spirit realm, a divine signature proving that what is yours can never truly be stolen, only delayed. They wept, not in sorrow, but in holy rage, as they saw others walking in shoes meant for you, living off provision that had your spiritual fingerprints. But now, everything is shifting. The one from heaven has been granted access to the ledger of divine restoration. And your name is bold at the top. They are returning what was hidden. There is a bank in heaven, not just metaphorical, but deeply spiritual, where wealth is stored for the righteous. And yours has been accruing interest. Years of loss. Nights of prayer. Moments you forgave when you had every right to rage. God did not forget. Heaven kept the score. And the one who died? They have petitioned for your payout. The inheritance is coming back, not as it was, but multiplied. You may start to see signs, a sudden opportunity. An unexpected amount of money. A conversation that shifts everything. This is not random. This is reversal. Where others tried to bury you, God is now building you. Where you were mocked, you will now be magnified. And where they laughed behind your back, they will now watch in stunned silence. God says, "What they took, I will return sevenfold." You will not leave this season empty. There is land that knows your name. Documents that should have been signed with your hand. Doors that were shut are now being unlocked by celestial keys. And the one who died is guiding this process, not just watching, but walking with the angels assigned to your blessing. They are stepping into the rooms where decisions are made. They are whispering your name in the ears of people in power. They are opening the seals on generational gifts that were supposed to pass to you, but were diverted due to spiritual manipulation, jealousy, or deals made before your birth. You are the breaker of patterns. The fulfiller of promises. This is not just about money. This is about legacy. The blessing that was once held back will not only flow to you, but through you, to children, to future generations, to souls you haven't met yet. Because your destiny is not shallow. It is royal. It is ancestral. And it is now being redeemed. Archangel Michael is still present. His wings cover the transfer. His sword guards the corridor of wealth being opened. Nothing can touch what's being delivered. No curse, no lie, no person. And the one who died walks beside him, pointing toward what is rightfully yours. There is a final location, an address in the spirit, where the last piece of your inheritance has been held captive. Heaven's forces are approaching it now. You may begin to feel spiritual surges, sudden chills, emotional floods, strange dreams. These are echoes of divine delivery. A title, a transaction, a treasure is being restored to you. And those who tried to intercept it? They will receive nothing. They sowed dishonor. They reaped delay. And now, they are being disqualified from access to what was never theirs to touch. You may feel tempted to reach out, to question, to explain yourself. Don't. Heaven is handling it. The one who died is correcting the record. Their love is now divine law. And their presence is activating the highest form of justice, silent, swift, and spiritual. You are about to receive something you forgot you were even owed. And when it comes, it will feel both surreal and familiar. Like something ancient returning home. Because it is. You are not gaining something new, you are retrieving what was always meant to be yours. The inheritance is real. The one from heaven is working. The time is now. Something irreversible is happening. A dam has broken in the heavens, not by accident, but by design, and now the blessings long held behind it are flooding toward you. This is not symbolic. It is financial, physical, measurable, real. What was once delayed by human hands and demonic interference is now rushing forward with divine force, and no power in the seen or unseen can stop it. You are being reintroduced to yourself. Not the version that survived, but the version that was always destined to thrive. The one who died. They have finished their assignment in the heavenly courts. Their voice echoed through realms not even prophets can see. They stood before the divine council and said your name with such power, even the angels paused. And heaven responded. Not just with favor, but with justice. But as wealth and breakthrough approach, so does exposure. The final confrontation is coming. Archangel Michael says, the last mask is about to fall. One of the people closest to you, the one who made you feel guilty for dreaming bigger, who laughed when you shared visions, who always shifted the spotlight away from you, will soon be revealed for who they truly are. You will not have to confront them. The confrontation will be spiritual. Their schemes will collapse in public. Their alliances will fracture. The words they once whispered against you will be exposed, piece by piece. You will hear of it. And you will be stunned. But do not gloat. Rise. Because this is not your fight. It is your deliverance. There will be strange silences. Sudden apologies that feel hollow. Reversals. Chaos in the lives of those who plotted. Do not interpret it as misfortune. It is divine consequence. Heaven is not cruel, but it is just. What they tried to steal now becomes their sorrow. And your joy is not tied to their regret, it is tied to your destiny. The wealth you are about to step into, it's not coming through labor. It's coming through divine release. This wealth has memory. It knows it belongs to you. It was tied